As you get older, what are you becoming more and more afraid of? Can American people survive for the next 4 years? Are you okay with the non-black people using the N-word?
The Podical Sons.
What's up, everybody? I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. This show is hilariously inappropriate, intellectual, beyond belief. Let's start the show. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above.
All of the above.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and do not forget we are on all streaming platforms possible.
Yes, sir.
Podical Sons Podcast, and on the socials, at Podical Sons. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, my brother. I'm feeling good.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
How you like this little weather dump on you all through the week?
You know what? I think
it's due.
I want to say it's due, and I kind of like the concentrated. Like if it's just gonna be this week and this week alone, and the rest of the winter okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
You know what? I can co-sign with that.
Yeah.
Because keep it a buck. Let's say, for example, if you knew kind of like in advance,
right,
and you're like, all right, it's supposed to be dumping all this damn week.
Yeah.
You just know for a fact, like, yeah, I can't make this. I'm not doing that. Going straight home, etc.
You just plan everything around it.
You plan everything nice and proper compared to like if it's sporadic, like because before for me, I used to always say the snow used to hit like the Sunday night.
Right.
The Sunday night, the snow used to be never discriminatory and stuff, whatever. Now snow would just kind of just clap you at random times and stuff like that.
Yeah. Just get
on a Friday, Saturday, fucking up your weekend
right,
and shit like that, whatever. You're looking like you slaved every day. You had nothing popping off during the week.
Nothing.
And then now come the weekend and stuff, whatever. Either you run home to hide out from the snow, or you fuck up your whole weekend.
That's it.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So give it to me concentrated, and then let us have our life. After that,
give it to me, baby. Yeah, I can agree to that, man. What brought you joy this week, man?
I really truly appreciate my mechanic.
Talk about it.
Cause again, I was planning on doing the oil change and getting the filters all replaced and so forth like that this weekend. But when I heard the snowstorm was gonna hit, I was like, oh man, well that throws my plans out for the weekend. So I gave my mechanic a call. I said, listen, I know I was gonna come by you or try and find out where you're at on Saturday to bring the car back by. But the weekend is just as the weather's gonna be terrible. So we'll leave it to next. By the way, my Jeep is saying 1%. So does that mean I gotta throw a little oil bottle in there to kind of top it off?
You drove your whip down to 1% oil?
1%. Yes, I saw.
What kind of? You're ready for fear
factor? I'm an evil man.
Yo.
But you know what the funny thing is? Because I don't even realize the amount of driving I did because just last week it was at 5%. So I get the warning at 5%.
Right.
If 5% the light comes on, you need the oil change and so forth like that. So I hit him from then, thinking I would have enough time. Man, I'm going through the week, 3%. Day after, 2%. I'm like, okay, 2%. At least hold on longer than the 3% held on. It's like the day I woke up that morning and drove with the Friday morning, it's at 1%. So I was like, oh man. So I already bought the stuff at Canadian Tire, which would be what, Pet Shop Boys or Pet Boys. Pet Boys within the States. It'll be like equivalent. I already bought the oil filter and all of that on the Thursday, right? So Friday I gave my mechanic a call and I said, you know what? The weather's gonna be bad all weekend. I don't know. I said I'm off as of 5:30 today, and I sent it text wise, and I said it's the vehicle's at 1%. So let me know if I should just top it off with a little bit of oil until I see you. She's like, text back, call me. So I hit him back, and he said, let me know when you're done work, and I'll meet you at the house. So I said, cool, right? As soon as I finished work, I said, I'm about to leave. he actually left before he got the message because he wasn't sure how the traffic was gonna be.
Right.
So when I came, he was already parked upon my street. I put the whip in the garage, and then he did
Went to work.
everything. Yeah, he just
That's
went to work, man. So yeah, I'm thankful, man. That made me happy. I was like,
yeah. Because I want to say, not too many people have a mechanic that's willing to come to them.
no,
So that's one level of gratitude you should definitely have.
yeah, for sure.
I think the other thing and stuff is where I've been in a car before and someone else's car, and their engine has seized because of lack of oil.
Right.
And it was a different kind of vibe. Like we were in full convo and stuff, but just conversing about whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And it's like, it sound like you're shuffling around metal.
Yeah.
It's like, so I'm looking like, what's going on? And then all their lights came on and stuff, whatever in their car.
Right. Right.
And I was like, hey, yo,
Did it
what's
start
going
smoking
on?
underneath the hood? Was it smoking at that?
Slight.
Yeah, slight. Okay.
It was slight smoking and stuff, whatever. Like, I think where we were and stuff, whatever, is like basically kind of like maybe like 2-3 minutes down the street from where they live.
Right.
But we weren't going to their spot at that time.
Right.
Right. So then when the person like, oh shit, and they're like, yo, so I'm trying to determine
to
with them,
determine
like,
what's
yo,
going on.
I was like, yo, what happened? Whatever, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I probably needed an oil change or something like that, whatever, because the oil was running low and stuff like that. I was like, where's your oil? They're like, I saw something that said 5%. I was like, and you have the nerve to pick people the fuck up? I was like, what is wrong with you, man? Like, yo, is And then when I looked at it and stuff, I was like, yeah, I don't take those penitentiary chances, because then now, like, I called them to check in on them. I'm
Right.
like, yo, what's going on and stuff with your car and everything like that. Dude looks at me and stuff, whatever, and says, he's like, oh, apparently the engine seized.
The engine's done.
The engine seized and stuff because of
Yeah.
no oil.
Yeah.
And now I have to look into get into another engine, but I was planning to get a new car anyway and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
And I was looking like, note to oneself: never ever the fuck let it go past 10.
Bro.
I think when I see like 10% of oil left, like on my car,
Yeah.
the next day,
You bought it.
or at least within the next few days.
Yeah, you bought it.
Yeah. So I'm looking, I'm like, boss, you went all the way to 1%. I was like,
Bro,
you.
it amazed me. It's never gone down to from 5% to 1% that quickly. Like never. But I'm like, okay, maybe because I'm doing a lot more driving, like I just miscalculated. And I was like,
Oh,
all right, now it's at 1%. Because I had the oil anyway, and I even bought an extra bottle of oil. So I said, you know what? If anything, I would just top it up and then just let that coast until I see him.
yeah.
But yeah, I have friends whose cars had their engine seized on them for the very same reason. But check this out though, because they say like you should check your oil once a month. Who really does that? Like like out of the people that you know.
I probably have one person, but with them, they do damn near everything to their car personally.
Okay.
So in my mind, they're kind of like bootleg mechanic like.
Right.
But I'm like regular Joe Schmo. Fuck no.
Yeah, you wait till either wait till the light come on or that's it.
Yeah, because when I hear like, do you check the oil? Crisco? Like, I'm not checking my in the car. Or like, one is winter tactics,
right?
So I'm not out there trying to be like with the dipstick.
With the dipstick.
Man, look here, man. Boy, man, look here. Nah, I'm not with that, but I get it. It's just like I said, like that's scary.
It's scary. It is scary.
For me, what brought me joy this week, I think it was just on the aspect like, so yo, check it. My son was fucked up and stuff. That he went to school one way on Monday.
Right.
The Monday evening, they're like, yo, he got hurt at school. Then they're like, oh, he has to get a cast. And I was like, oh, you shitting me? Yo. Because
it takes a lot. A kid has to really do damage for them to need a cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at stuff. I was like, somebody either fucking with my baby or these people not doing their job, watching my
right.
baby and stuff.
Either way,
like
the
that.
heart is racing at this point.
Either way,
the
somebody
rage,
getting fucked.
the rage was building.
Somebody getting fucked
Yeah.
up. Somebody got to answer for this shit and stuff,
Yeah.
whatever, right? So I think like Monday evening until like before like when here like he has to go to a fracture clinic and everything. I was probably like I'm 9 on 9. Come looking like I need to figure out and determine what went down, but I need to make sure he's straight. So
Right.
once he leaves the hospital, he's straight because he was in pain, like he didn't want no one to touch his arm and stuff like that, whatever, right?
Yeah, I can imagine. Man.
When I heard that he has to go to fracture clinic and he's getting a cast and everything, I went from like 9 to like 13. I was like, there will be blood. And I think dealing with the peoples and stuff at the school, I'm that parent.
Right.
Right. So dealing with the principal, like everybody down the line and stuff, I'm like, yo, people got to answer for this shit, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because I know we spoke about on the show before, like our old show in the past, whatever. Like, do you prefer your child to be the bully or be bullied? Right. And I looked at it and stuff as like, there might be a possibility where my child might be bullied.
Right.
And I'm like, me and this thick ass beard, I'm a midget, but I can't go fucking up everybody else's kid with a beard and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at stuff, I was like, I guess I shaved the beard, no women. And I get my personal justice or some shit like that, whatever. You know, I possibly I might go to jail. But like,
there's a slight possibility.
It was a lot going on and stuff, whatever. And then to know for a fact that he didn't have to be in the cast for like a long duration.
Okay.
Like that was like the sigh of relief.
Right.
And the powers that be and stuff, whatever pertaining to like, you know, like his school and stuff like that, they were so forward in helping me and working with me.
Yeah.
And everything like that for his mom and I. Cause I don't know. I just always feel like as a Black parent, I don't want to be that Black parent. Can I say that?
No, yeah, I get you.
Because I look at it and stuff as like, even my mom used to always say to me and stuff, she's like, yo, don't let these white people bring out the nigga in you.
Right.
Right? And I look at it stuff as like, even like certain landscapes and stuff that I work in and everything like that, like being like, at a time, you know, only Black person in the pharmacy and other things and stuff like that, whatever. Like it gets nerve-wracking when I want to say you want to put somebody in a place or like there's an extreme fuck up or you try to defend yourself.
Right.
And even when you're trying to defend yourself and stuff, whatever, I don't want to say it might be like on the level of code switching, you tell me, but I look at it stuff as like, I have to be mindful of like my tone and my mannerisms and stuff, how like when they get down, because if I get down the wrong type of way and stuff, whatever, they like, Black person reacting, about to blow up, call the police.
Well, I was about to say, like in certain cases, if they don't have a Black person in their circle or been around Black people, the majority of the information they get will be from TV or the
media,
news, which is more time negative, right?
Correct.
So they already have that prejudice against you.
So I mean, that's part of the thing and stuff for there. So I always like, even like when talking to like the school and stuff like that, Monday I was at a 13.
Yeah.
I said, I should not deal with the school unless I come down to at least a level lower than 4 of like my anger scale.
Right.
Because I look at it stuff as where I don't want to come off as stuff as threatening when we need to work together.
Yeah.
And even if it's I'm gonna say a lack of supervision from their side,
right,
I need to figure out stuff and determine what's right for my child.
Right.
Because if lack of supervision has been going swell and well for them, like it's kind of like if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Right.
Yeah. And with the other issues and stuff that kind of arose and stuff from this situation and stuff, like things have been dealt with and rectified and stuff. And they're like, yeah, like they've been sending emails and stuff like we do apologize and stuff like the kids miss him and everything like that and all the above. I know it's kind of like, it was comforting.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of looking like, no, it didn't feel too much of a bullying thing to me.
Okay.
So I like the fact that like I went from, like I said, a 13.
Yeah.
To cut down to like a anger level of like 3, 4.
Right.
To know for a fact that like he's doing better. he's not living in a cast for a longer duration and stuff like that. And the school is supportive and with me to rectifying an issue.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because I look at it stuff as where I've heard other black parents where they seem so frustrated with the schools,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
right? And I always look at stuff as like, shit, eventually my turn is gonna come. And I hope my turn doesn't come to a point where, like,
yeah.
it's sticky and stuff, whatever. Like I look at it stuff like I hear parents and stuff like speak about like, okay, so if their kids get into like problematic situations and stuff, whatever, with this with the schools,
Yeah.
the parents and stuff are not looking at like, well, I know my child is like this. Like, is there any means and stuff to kind of help? They're looking like, nigga, that's all on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
you looking like, you guys supposed to work with
So you're
me.
supposed
You know
to
what I'm saying? Like,
you're
let's
supposed
us
to
work together
Yeah.
to get this kid into like, the success books and shit like that, whatever, right? And then I hear a lot of war stories and stuff that teachers don't give a fuck no more, or the school doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
And the kids might go to the wayside and stuff like that.
Right.
So the parents are kind of like trying on their own and stuff. And I was like,
And again, the prejudice works both ways because right off the bat, when you said you've heard the horror stories,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you have this notion in your mind, not knowing what they're really like, but because of what you've heard, you already had the notion in the mind. And you speak with some of these teachers, and it's not just it's because we've been wrong so long, and it's been put forth with evidence, we automatically assume that. But no, these teachers, like, so their majority of them might monitor every kid the same. We just don't see it like that, right? So by the time something happens to yo, that's my baby, the parent instinct comes out, plus the prejudice comes out, and
all types of shit. And then that's what I'm saying. That's what kicked up the rage and stuff. Like I'm looking like, if you were fucking with my baby, then I gotta look at it and stuff as where I gotta go in there in a way where they don't feel scared, because they'd be like, yo, hello, police.
Yeah.
Black nigga is here, right?
Right.
And there's like another level on stuff for me. I'm looking at them like, I trust my child with you guys.
Yeah.
I send him one way, he comes back another way. I'm confused.
What happened?
Yeah,
Right,
why?
right.
Tell me. Like, and even like on one point and stuff, whatever, because like I had a dentist appointment and stuff on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I was looking like, I need a spliff. Yo. And I'm like, I can't. I have a dentist appointment and stuff, whatever. And I just sat there and stuff. I was like, maybe somebody is going to call us. And I contacted his mom and stuff on the Tuesday. I was like,
Right.
anybody call you? She's like, no. I was like, the fuck is wrong with these people? Yo, I was hot, smooth. It took me a while and stuff.
No.
And then like when I ended up coming down and stuff, whatever, I looked at it and stuff. I was like, you know what? My philosophy and stuff to myself and stuff, like, bad things happen to everybody.
Yeah.
But only good things happen to myself. And that's how my I want to say my outlook and stuff of life is, whatever. Like, yeah, we're always gonna go through some shit,
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm like, only good things happen to me, because even if you deem it bad,
Right.
there's a lesson in there somewhere what I could learn.
Yeah.
Where it'd be like, okay, well, this is the good of the bad situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to find the silver lining and stuff, because I'm a positive person.
Yeah. And I think one of the key things to draw from what you've been saying is that recognizing what could possibly take place if you went in with the 13.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Allowing yourself the time to say, okay, you know what? Let me wait.
Yeah.
Let the nerves settle, right? Because you got a lot of people that are going in guns blazing.
And that's always a problem, because
Yeah.
like I always feel like, even when I never forget, one of the biggest things I took away from driving school when I was younger,
Right.
they're like, do not drive in a situation of emotion and rage or high
Yes.
emotions and stuff like that,
Yes.
whatever, right? I asked the instructor and stuff at the time, I'm like, yo, but if you got somewhere to go, you got somewhere to go. They're like, yo, you got to understand, like, this was shape and mold exactly how you drive.
Yeah.
And it's so funny and stuff now, because like I want to say, with the younger kids and stuff, they have this thing called I guess cutting it up.
Right.
like on the road and shit like that, whatever. They just like no indication. They just like bobbing and weaving through traffic and everything.
Yeah.
And I would look at an individual stuff like that and be like, yo, I don't know what kind of emotional state you're in, but you're a threat to everybody else.
100%.
And that's what I look like. I don't want to be a threat to everybody else
100%.
when I just trying to get a situation rectified and understood.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, it was definitely like something like, I'm not gonna like if you and I get into something, I don't feel like it's right to just kind of come at you like full steam ahead.
Yeah.
When like I hear like, I don't know, something went wrong or you possibly wronged me and stuff like that, whatever. I'm like, let me figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, let me slow it the fuck down and see, like, all right, what took place? Why we're at this point? Or why am I feeling like this? I'm start asking myself, why am I feeling like this? How can I get to a better state? What was the cause and effect?
Right.
And all the above. So then, therefore, I'm like, I'm trying to be mindful of my feelings.
Yeah.
Because if I come up to you, like, for instance, to you and be like, yo, fuck is up, man? Like, I'm already coming at you hostile, so your guard's
I'm already
up.
on guard. I'm already on guard.
And then now I might not get the kind of demeanor that I'm so used to because you're like this, whatever, right? So I don't want to go in like when I deal with anything pertaining to my son in school. The most my son's school will know about me, and this is the fucked up thing too. Whatever I always laugh is that when was in Zoom meetings and shit like that before, my fucking Zoom was stuck on Megatron 2.0. So when his mom and stuff is on her shit, whatever it says Xavier's mom,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My shit says Megatron 2.0, and then I'm talking to the teachers, and they're looking like, oh, okay. One guy's like, oh, okay, Megatron. So I was like, fucking idiot.
Your son's a Decepticon.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, I just want to explain that aspect. So
Right, yeah.
And then like, oh yeah, we get it. No, we get it.
Yeah.
Because now it's so funny where when I was a child and I was in grade school and stuff like that, I never once thought of it that my parents could be possibly the same age as my teachers.
Right.
Now I'm a parent now, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm having a conversation with some of the teachers, and one teacher's like, yeah, I'm trying to be mindful like what I do, how far I go, because I'm turning 40. I'm like, no shit, you too?
Right. Yeah.
I was like, what else? What a quickie ding.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, these people are just people just like myself.
Just like ourselves.
And at the end of the day, they have like so many other children that they have to govern over and everything. So I can't come at them with the wrath of Thor, thinking that my child is the only child in this classroom.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll be like, why you let this happen on your watch?
And even though they might even favor your child, but they can't let that be known. They can't let that be shown. They still gotta treat every children, all the children equally.
And I learned that and stuff for there because even like from talking to like the principal and other people and everything like that, whatever.
Yeah.
They're calling my son the same nickname I will call him and everything like that, whatever, right? So I'm looking he's like, the principal told me, he's like, yo, Mr. Harvey, we love X.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We love him.
Yeah.
And anything that happens to him and stuff, whatever, the man bowed his head in apologetic form and everything like that. And from man to man, that's big. Cause you ain't gotta give a fuck about anybody else's kid, whatever.
You don't.
I don't even know if I would have came at that regard, but after he did that, whatever, I was looking like, yo, you know what? We're not playing a blame game.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what went wrong and to prevent this from happening again.
Of course. That's it. That's the ultimate goal.
And after like that, the conversations and stuff with them and other faculty and everything like that, whatever, the level of like relief and joy came over me because I think the first person I called was my son's mom.
Yeah.
And the first thing I said, I'm like, well, I'm not going to jail.
that was thwarted.
And I was like, thwarted. And I was like, victory.
Yeah.
Victory.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. So
good for you.
That was that, man. So let's get it on and popping. All right.
Let's get it on.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So first poll of the week. Can American people survive for the next 4 years? And 60% said no.
60% said no.
60% said no. How do you feel about that?
I think yes.
You think yes?
Yeah.
Why?
I think if you said the next 2 years, I would say no. But I think, I think they're probably gonna have it like rough for like the first 2 years, And if
Under the Donald Trump regime?
under the Donald Trump regime,
Oh,
but
okay.
if he gets to do what he's doing now, it's it might work out in the long run. Like if he's able to bring back jobs to the USA, right? So let's say,
Oh, so you're saying let him cook?
yeah, let him cook, man, because it's he's trying to make America great again, right? But there's gonna be growing pains. You can't have it without growing pains.
That's true.
So if they get factories back from 2 years and the unemployment all of a sudden just starts to decline because now you have work for working people, right?
Mhm.
All these tariffs that he's throwing around has filled up the coffers that they can now say, okay, we're really lowering the interest rates, we're really doing this, that, and the third.
Mhm.
2 years from now, it may start to look up for people as opposed to that downward trajectory.
So okay, I'll ask you this, and I don't expect you to fully answer it all the way because I don't think you're a politician. You're more pundit.
Right.
We're pundits now.
We're abundance.
Um, let's say something where like you're closing, you're shutting down DEI,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
How long should the people normally wait to kind of see if this was a movement for the good or the bad? Like I want to say like to see results, positive or proper results and stuff, whatever from this.
Yeah.
How long do you say like all right, you shut it down today, and when you shut it down today and stuff, whatever, do we wait for 6 months down the line to say that like this is where we're seeing the reaping the benefits of why we shut down and stuff 6 months ago?
Right.
Is it like 11 months? Because and the reason why I say 11 months instead of a year, when Trump was in office before and then COVID hit,
Yeah.
he was already on his way out,
Okay.
so to speak.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So when COVID hit in the March, remember, a year from that, he was already out of office.
Right.
Right? So I'm looking at stuff as where some of the changes and some of the implemented things and stuff that took taking place hasn't really been seen to probably close enough to a year.
Okay.
So my question to you, bring it back to the question and stuff is like, how long do we wait, or do people wait to see change for the positive when you're doing certain changes?
Yeah, I think you probably want to give it a year
A year?
to even monitor it, right?
Okay.
Because I mean, without the the creation of new jobs, it's just basically all the jobs that are around now, right? So
Fair.
if you're firing people, and like they did the mass firing of the government sector,
Yeah.
like if you're firing that amount of people, right, then we should be able to see those jobs being filled, right? So now, what is merit based, right? You got to prove now that this is the right decision,
Mhm.
right? It can't be all white people are the best for the job. Like that that just does not seem smart, or
Correct.
that doesn't seem feasible, right?
Right.
So you should be able to still see blacks, Latinos, other races getting hired for some of these positions.
Mhm.
Now, if you don't, then you know it really was a problem, and you removing DEI was the wrong move.
Fair. I get it now. Yeah, because I don't know. For me, I always look at it stuff as where, well, especially when he was like removing some of the days, like
Yeah,
in the months, like Black History Month is now gone, but kudos to like I guess independent like companies
yeah,
are still doing their thing. Let's
right,
say presidential level, Black History Month is like on pause,
right.
right? That's the term they use.
Okay.
But then you're watching NBA games and stuff, and then you're still seeing like everybody rocking Black History Month shirts
Yeah.
and apparel and everything like that, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, contrary to what the government is doing, this company is doing it or going about it this way.
Now on the state level, can they still do they still have the authority to just say, okay,
Yeah.
right, okay,
Yeah,
okay, yeah. So it's just a federal thing, but they don't have to follow the federal mandate as far as
Right.
those things are
But
concerned.
and then this is where I feel like he might be working in the good levels, because I look at it stuff as where we're not leaving it fully to the federals, because I guess they're looking for everything. They're like, well, we need to know what to do
Yeah,
from Washington.
right,
But he's looking like, yo, Washington has a lot of other shit to kind of run.
right.
Watch your own shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever, right? And like when it came to like the California fires, like even the LA fires and stuff like that, whatever. I don't want to say California because I want to say there's fires that always pop off in California, but the LA ones
yeah,
of recent,
yeah,
I look at it as stuff as where there's like a area where I do believe the government, like the national government,
you're right.
national level, should step in.
Should step in.
But I feel like state level should run most of the shit.
Right, and I think, you know, I'm not, you know, totally fully understanding, but from what
Yeah.
I've seen, it kind of seemed like on a state level, it was a lot of like mishandled things that led to certain situations.
Right.
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 Yeah.
And that's part of the issue and stuff like that, whatever, right? Like I think, let's say if I'm state, you're national, right? And I come to you and stuff as governor, I would say like, so we did this, that, and the third and stuff, whatever, to work on our level and stuff. It's working, but we need an extra push for
Right.
like to and fro, because on a state level, we don't have resources to like, let's say the planes or some shit like that,
Right.
whatever, for the case of the fires. Cause all right, I look at it stuff as like, remember when I think New Mexico had the freeze and like Las Vegas had the freeze
Yeah.
at the time and stuff, whatever. They're normally high, warm climate places.
Right. Right.
Right? DC, I would feel like would have a better grasp and stuff of like them getting snow compared to like a place like that, not getting snow and all that type of stuff.
Of course.
Be like on a national, like on a state level, we can only do so much
so
and
much,
stuff,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
We don't really have salt trucks. We don't have certain things and stuff like this, whatever. Please jump in
Right.
and jump in where we can't get in the resources and stuff. We'll say a state like New York might
Yeah.
have like mounds and mounds of salt and stuff, whatever, to like spare and everything. You run in Washington, could you please have them move some of that shit and bring it to our state?
Right.
Could we need salt for our roads and stuff like that,
Right.
whatever?
Right. Yeah.
Because we could try and buy it, whatever, but it might take time to kind of go through those channels where like you guys would be like, stamp,
Yeah,
done,
yeah.
ship off, whatever, within a matter of 2 days, where it might take us like 7 to maybe like 2 weeks to kind of, situate some stuff, whatever. I feel like Washington should be like your last resort,
Yeah.
like a chain of command. But I feel like state-wise or certain shit and stuff is not right. Like even here,
Yeah. Yeah.
I look at it stuff as like Premier might talk a little shit when like pertain to like smaller things getting done.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like damage shit, whatever, or like things that happen like in the now, no. Remember the few years ago when like we had like the wicked floodings and everything like that,
Yes,
whatever?
yes.
Where the fuck was the Premier then?
Yeah.
Crickets.
Right.
Right? And that time we had Kathleen Wynn,
Was it? Yes, it was Win.
right?
Right.
So we had Wynn at the time and stuff for them, like all those floodings and stuff are going off, whatever. And then like, was it last year or the year before with the smog alert and the fucked up air and everything and stuff like that, whatever? I heard crickets from
Yes,
Doug
yes,
Ford,
Yeah.
right? But I'm looking at stuff like, and the country wise and stuff, whatever. You're hearing the prime minister speak about the fires and the pollution is causing,
Yeah.
and now it's fucking with places like New York and other places and stuff, whatever. They were like, it happened in your province, sir.
That's a fact.
Deal with this shit.
That's a fact.
You send the bodies and you send the things. I'm not hearing nothing like that. I hear like soft talk and stuff like they're like, oh, all these fires going off and stuff in the Ottawa areas and everything like that. Well, we're waiting to hear back from the prime minister to situate and allocate the situation. No, Doug. No.
No, yeah, no. It could be a while that you hear from the government.
Yeah.
Again, they're also dealing with the rest of the world as a point.
But not even the rest of the world, but other parts of the country.
Other parts of the country.
Because I look at the stuff as like, again, I run a state, you run another state and stuff, whatever. We're two governors of different places or something like that. Your shit might be, let's say, look at Michigan. Your shit might be, you have a problem with water.
Yeah.
Again, I'm in this area and stuff where I don't get snow and I have an issue and stuff, whatever, right? And there's certain things like, yo, boss, there's only so much dollars we got to deal with the piping and like our water filtration system and stuff, whatever. Help us, please, national.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking like, I hear his problem. Yes, that's fucked up and stuff, whatever. But like, we help bring tourism back to the country and like to the place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Help us immediately. So it's kind of like they still got to rectify our problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day and stuff, whatever, we still have our own problems to kind of deal with, but it's beyond us why we need their help. Some of the problems and stuff is kind of like, yeah, shit's gone to bed. National. Step in. National.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, yo, national, these people threw out mad dollars to other countries and stuff that need it until shit hits the fam in their own country or in their own like state or province.
Yeah.
And then now they're looking like, national help. Yeah,
we lack the resources and the funds at the moment.
But yeah, and still they broke their net to get everything done. So and I said, the American people, for me, I feel like they could survive and stuff within the next few years, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot of shuffling around and stuff, whatever. And I don't want to say like with the, not even with the president, but I want to say like definitely with the cabinet and realizing like, okay, now it's on to the state level. Are we gonna get right? Or are we gonna get screwed? And I feel like a competent leader and stuff like per state will look at stuff as like, yo, fuck what you heard. We're gonna make sure our shit is secure over here.
Yeah.
And if they do it that well and stuff, a lot of people will flock to these places, right?
Yeah.
Because I look at it stuff as like movement amongst places and stuff. Whatever. If like you have at least a sense of a little job security or something like that to kind of start with.
Yeah.
I think you'll be okay.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think what the key thing you said was just job security. I think if you are treading close to drowning, I would worry.
Agreed.
Yeah, I would worry. Yeah.
Right. Next poll of the week was something basic. Did the month of January feel long to you? 75% said yes, it did. How about you?
It felt like a short long.
A short long? What the hell's a short long, Smooth? Smooth, what the hell's a short long?
Because no. Because
that sounds like a dick.
Because
like, yo, short long. Like, yo.
It felt long at some point, but then when we hit February, I was like, oh shit, January's over already?
Oh.
You know what I mean? I was like,
I think the fires that was just popping off at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say this for myself, I tend to try to follow up other things like we've spoken about.
Yeah.
So I want to say, let's say topic wise that we cover. Right. Once they're sent to you and everything and stuff like that, I'll just kind of look back and be like, I wonder what the status of this situation is going on with whatever, right? Like even like Luigi Mangione, like a whole bunch of other cases and other things and stuff like that, right? And I looked at it, I was like, yo, the fires stopped. Then the fires started again.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, I'm like, oh, and it's not even like it stopped in January and it came back into February or it came back into March. Like it came right back in.
Came back within a few days.
Yeah.
Within a few days.
So I'm looking, I was like, yo, we're gonna be on this and stuff, whatever. But then when you get to like the end of the year, they do the wrap up and stuff, whatever. A lot of people probably even fuck around and forget, except for the people fully affected. Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, January was long to me.
I mean, so we had the fires, we had the
inauguration, the step through of Trump, got through Trump.
We had the deep seek, right? We had the two airline crashes.
The two airline crashes. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of news, like, keep you stuck into the news what's happening this month. So I can see why it would feel long. But again, when February came around, I was like, "Oh shit, we're in February already?"
Do you think we're gonna get a little bit more action stuff in February, or you think February might be like God's grace period for us?
I hope so, man. Taking this time to absorb myself
Uh-huh.
before March comes around and the puffy trial starts.
Oh, it starts in March.
It's a March.
Yeesh. Yeesh.
Yeah, yeah.
Here we
So I know
go.
March is gonna be a wild month.
I just want my Lucky Charms done. It's like
You just
here,
want-
just want to get a little St. Patty, little a little emotion in me and everything. Damn, puffy, huh? Shit. All right. Cheers to February.
Cheers to February
Happy Black History Month.
for sure.
All right, man. Let's get it on and pop in. R.I.P. Irv Gotti.
Yes,
R.I.P. to the
sir.
man who pumped life back into Def Jam.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that with the regards of like help producing and bringing access stuff of like Jay-Z, DMX, Ja Rule, and all other artists like Mike Geronimo. And then, like I'm gonna say the Ashantis. We would never get the world of Ashanti if it wasn't for Irv Gotti and his,
Yeah,
we'll say, started Murder Inc., then became the Inc. Because I feel like, hear me before, and when it comes to the Murder Inc. and the Inc.,
yeah,
I had an issue with it slightly. I look at this stuff as where, as a businessman, you want to make sure your business is able to be reached by all,
right, right.
right?
Yeah,
So if you have a record company called like Big Nigga Hitter Records or something like that, whatever, not everybody can say your company name,
right,
right? So I think it took a lot of shafting before the name got changed. Like I want to say, especially with Ashanti, because I want to say Ashanti didn't come with that rap persona.
right.
The Charlie Baltimores, the Vitas, and everything, they came in with that, but Ashanti came with more her singing songstress persona.
Yeah,
And I think with that, and then having a name like Murder Inc. and stuff kind of behind it,
yeah,
it screwed her for a few things and stuff until they got to that point. But you live and learn.
yeah, yeah.
And yes, RIP to Irv Gotti. Um, Let me hear your thoughts and stuff on Irv.
Well, for sure. I mean, if we're gonna, for some, look at the '90s as the golden era of hip hop, he's definitely a person who was monumental in a lot of those artists
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of those hits that came out in that Def Jam time. And we think of Irv Gotti and we think of Murder Inc., but it wasn't just his label that he was facilitating for, right?
Very
So
true.
it was, it's a lot of movement in that time was, he played a part of it. I want to say also, rest in peace, Chris Lighty.
Mm.
These guys were the behind the scenes. Irv may have been a little bit more upfront,
Mhm.
but these were the movers and shakers behind the scenes of those artists that we love in the '90s,
Mm.
whether it be hip hop, whether it be R&B. So, who's to say what the landscape would have been without an Irv Gotti? But we're thankful that he was there because, like I said, man, it's, the soundtrack to my life has a lot of music from that era, and he's been responsible.
Let me ask you this: with Irv Gotti before he passed and everything, and let's say that Drink Champs episode that he was on
Yeah,
was a different kind of vibe.
yeah,
Because I want to say the fact that he was there with the cane and talk about his health and all that type of stuff was one thing. When he started speaking about Ashanti and their relationship and everything and stuff like that, did that kind of tarnish the view how you looked at Irv Gotti? Because for me, it did.
yeah,
For me, I looked at his stuff as where a gentleman doesn't kiss and tell.
right.
And I think when he came out with that kind of bravado, it kind of made a lot more enemies than friends.
Yes.
So then, therefore, when it came to the passing and stuff, whatever, a lot of people was looking like, they weren't so sympathetic.
Yeah.
Because I look at it stuff as where this moment made a great man look like shit.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So my thing to you and stuff is like, did that change you? Did it change a outlook you had on Irv? Because it's before he was passing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, to go back to what I was saying before you even brought it up, if you notice anything that I've been giving him praise about was music wise,
Right.
And we say this all the time. It's a hard thing to do, to separate the contribution from the actual person and then themselves.
Mhm.
So to say like I'm like I was a big fan of his character, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I'm just appreciative of what he did for the music industry,
Mhm.
and the era of that time itself, right? So yeah, the Ashanti stuff, like, I mean, there's gonna be stuff that just rubs me the wrong way. I love 50. 50 says stuff that rubs me the wrong way.
Okay, I was gonna ask you, like, are you okay with the Curtis Jackson recent reactions to Irv Gotti's passing?
I mean, like, again, for me, it's not needed, but then I can see why a person like 50, who's had more than personal beef, to say the least.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, more than personal beef, to say the least, to be going at him that way. And I can't say to him and say, no, you don't have a right. That's not my place. I just know I wouldn't be able to do it because I don't sit in that seat,
Right.
and I don't see Irv in that light. Like, it's not me that he wronged, right? So I could never be that.
Okay, let me ask you this. Somebody has been, I want to say, kind of like the bane of your existence.
Yeah.
Holding you up from being great and all the above of some aspect and stuff, right? Or getting ahead where you need to get ahead. Let's say, for example, you make beats and it was up to this one particular person to kind of slide your shit to like particular artists.
Right.
And they just be like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you look like, yo, why not? They're like, because your shit is trash to me or something like that, whatever. Or like, it's not to my liking and I don't think Drake will like it. I don't think these people will like it and all the above.
Right.
And eventually somebody else hears your stuff and they're like, yo, this shit's fire.
Right.
And everything. You're like, oh, I played it for such and such. And now, and such said, they were even like, no. We see Drake on this. We see this person on this, The Weeknd, and all the above.
Yeah.
Set person passes.
Yeah.
Are you sympathetic to the set person?
No. That's and like I said, at that point, it's a personal thing against me.
Gotcha.
Right? It's like I can see it now where you wrong me, right? But if you look at 50, Ja Rule's gonna have the exact opposite for of thoughts and emotions towards Irv Gotti.
Of course.
He made Ja Rule. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Is like, you can have a personal stance against a person, but then you can't expect everybody else to see with you or rock with you that same way, because other people might have different experiences with that same person.
That phrase you said, he made Ja Rule, right? I always thought about that phrase and stuff, whatever. How far would you say that a phrase like that will go pertain to a person? Let's say, for example, I like Jazzo.
Yeah.
I don't believe Jazzo made Jay-Z.
Nah.
But Jazzo would claim that he made Jay-Z.
Nah.
I've heard it in songs.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I've heard it too, but just looking at it, I would say, nah. Dame is more responsible for Jay-Z than Jazzo.
But even Jay clapped at Dame and like, if motherfuckers say they made Hov, okay, make another Hov.
He may not be able to make another Hov, but would Hov be Hov without Dame? Like that's the question. Like, you got to ask yourself. Like, I put certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you the steps for you to walk on, for you to walk up on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Somebody else may have not been able to produce those steps
Mm-hmm.
for you to walk up on. So would you be who you are without me? That's
Without
the
the
question.
steps.
Right.
Would I be word? Probably not. But I would say like that phrase and stuff, like it's something about it. Like I'm uncomfortable with it
Yeah.
because I look at it stuff as like you provided a hella opportunity for me with like this and that and the
Right.
third.
Yeah.
Now, if like somebody comes in and said like, "Yo, Mar, we wanted to cut the check for you to do this, that, and third. We see you doing all of this,
Yeah.
and everything like that, whatever." And we're like, "Well, I still want to do this."
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as where, let's say, if I'm shooting the Daily Show or some shit like that, whatever, right?
Right.
I still create the time for the podcast and stuff, whatever. This is not the time for you to go somewhere else and be like, "Yo, I made Marv." I'd be like, "What the fuck?" I'd be like, "I'm sorry, mom, dad."
You heard it from his own mouth, right?
It'll be, and
So,
that's what I'm saying.
no, you're right. No, you're right. But and to me, it's the plan and the execution, right?
Right.
It's like someone has to come up with the plan, right?
Mhm.
But you also need that person who can execute the plan,
That's true.
right?
Because you could put somebody else in the position and stuff, and they'll drop the fucking
And
ball.
they drop the ball.
And then here I am scoring in a touchdown. Go Eagles. This is Tuesday. Hopefully Eagles won.
Yeah, and that's it, right? It's like, so, while Dame may have had the plan, you can't say that you made Jay-Z. Jay-Z brought the talent to execute your plan.
Because I look at it stuff as like when like even a person like Jay-Z has tried to give us Memph Bleak,
Right.
and we didn't accept Memph Bleak. I want to say the people haven't really gravitated towards Memph Bleak as Jay's successor, right?
Yeah.
I want to say Siegel was the street level of Jay, but then when Siegel got his charges and stuff, and then Jay still like popping bottles and doing his ones and twos,
Yeah.
they're like, okay, that's not too much of a successor and stuff like that. When Ye came,
Right.
it kind of rolled in more of a successor kind of role.
Right.
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 And I dig it because I look at it stuff as where like even Tierra Marie, when she came in and stuff, whatever, she was sworn in as the Princess of the Rock. And where is she now compared to like, hey, your girl might be wearing Savage Fenty lingerie, right?
Right.
And like, I want to say like, I still don't even think like Jay-Z can even say like, yo, I made J. Cole.
Right.
I made Rihanna.
Right.
Because again, it still takes their talent
It
and
still
their,
takes the talent,
their
yeah.
work
Yeah.
to kind of get them onto some things and stuff with it. But I feel like that phrase, it just never rubs me the right way. Like, you're like, yo, I made you. Did you know?
Yeah. Nah.
Did you? Because under me working underneath you, I want to say my tenacity or my learning or certain things and stuff kind of like amped up for me to succeed. And like once you're trying to line me up in a position to win.
They gotta replace the word made with provide.
I provided for you.
I provided you the space, or you know what I mean? I provided you the lane for you to drive your car in, right? Like I didn't make you or the car.
Mhm.
I just gave you the lane for you to drive that car to success, right? So I think provide would be better than made, because you're not making anybody. People are coming with what they've already got.
Right.
Sometimes, and there's a lot of people out here that may just have that same success if somebody would provide them with the lane.
That's true. That is so damn true.
Yeah.
That is so damn true, because I think a long time ago when I heard way back when some OGs when I was younger,
Right.
and the person they use as test of time and stuff is Allen Iverson.
Right.
This OG was talking and stuff, whatever, right? I never forget this conversation. This guy, he said and stuff, whatever. This is before Iverson came to the league.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's probably somebody and stuff, whatever, that's going through some hardships and going through some struggles that they can't really have a time to shine and even do well. Like, I want to say past, let's say, a scholastic level.
Yeah.
To say, okay, they passed the scholastic level and stuff from college, to say now they could possibly enter the draft, now including all the hardships they probably had.
Right.
To get to the stage and stuff, whatever, where they be like, yo, this person can be something if fertilized and like nurtured in a proper environment and stuff, whatever. And then you hear, let's say you see Allen Iverson cross Jordan.
Right.
Back then, Jordan gave him the wagging finger, like, You're gonna be something,
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
And this is when before we knew the story of Allen Iverson. Then when we know the story of Allen Iverson, of all the hardships he's went through, couch surfing,
Right.
you know, the school shit and all that type of stuff, whatever. And then like line up the timeline when bring it back to where he crossed over Jordan, said all this, whatever. I'm like, yo, he bust his ass to kind of persevere through all of that to get to a stage and stuff like that, given the opportunity.
Given the opportunity.
Or the person provided the space.
Right.
And I look at it stuff as where even if you do provide the space, I feel like that's a one-on-one conversation between you and said person.
Yeah.
I don't feel like even that would kind of rub me the wrong way. Like again, like, all right, I'm on doing the Daily Show and shit like that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'd be like, if I see you on a face-to-face or something like that, whatever, be like, you know, and you make a little side comment or like we're having a serious conversation and stuff, be like, well, it all started from like the camera work I set up and stuff and worked your angles and shit
Right,
for the
right,
Daily Show to
right.
even say like, this kid got some fucking angles on him
Yeah.
and we like his rapport or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's a one-on-one type of thing. When I feel you're gonna go on Drink Champs now and be like, this motherfucker would be nowhere without me, I'd be like, fuck Smooth.
Yeah, no. That would be arrogant on my part for sure, 100%. And
I see that often. I see the arrogance a lot often from other people.
I see it, and again, it would have to be a situation where Nori would have to be like, so you made Marv, and I'd be like, no. Marv was always gonna be Marv. I just provided him a lane to get to where he needed to go. That's all all I can take credit for.
Right. That's good. That's good. You're a big person. Not everybody I've seen run across stuff, whatever, they've moved like that.
Yeah.
I want to say for my best, I try to strive to be like that, whatever. Like if I help teach, because I realize a lot of people don't like to teach.
Right.
Right. So if I help teach to kind of help somebody better their standpoint in life and all the above, I'm not the one out here like, if it wasn't for me saying this, you want to be where you are.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you know, like I had the advice or I probably went through it.
Yeah.
And then it flourished as much for me compared to like somebody else's stuff and like bloomed and blossomed.
It's a level of humility, right? I mean, I've seen situations where people have taken a person to as far as they could possibly go and passed them on to other people to say, listen, man, I know you rock with me and I love you for that, but I'm gonna push you over here because he can take you further than I can take you.
That's a mentor, though. That's a proper mentor.
Right.
A proper mentor points you to the right direction.
Yeah,
you see how you
yeah.
were doing that? Like a proper mentor will point you to the right direction, be like, yo, I would like for you to continue to win.
Yeah.
This is as far as I can go.
As far as I can take you.
And then they point and stuff, whatever, right? And I always I got that from actually anime and stuff, whatever, too, because one dude trained this one dude and stuff for the longest. He's like, yeah, I'm top shot on this level, but there's always greater than me.
Right.
And he can show you some other shit that I can't.
Right.
So I'm gonna need you to just finesse and slide over and stuff with him. He might come with some other shit, whatever, but you'll be great. And that dude ended up being greater than the dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's like, I looked at the growth. He's like, you are an obnoxious kid to now fucking the whole world depends on you.
Right.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it could have been a hater to be like, sit the fuck down, stay right where you are and stuff.
Exactly.
No, let me point you to greatness.
Exactly.
Let me show you where this is as far as I can go and stuff like that. And proper leadership will kind of kick in. Good shit. The tariff countdown continues.
We've been extended 1 month, folks.
U.S. people, citizens of America, citizens of Canada, buy your shit before the official trade war fully kicks off. It almost kicked off. Buy your shit.
And not that it almost kicked off. I mean, we missed out on one of our most important liquors this weekend because of it. The threat of it has started.
Dear Crown Royal, because you guys are Canadian, I'm speaking to you on behalf of Canadian Podcast. The flavors you got is amazing. Crown Royal apple, top tier. Blackberry, whatever, that's his crack.
That's my crack.
That's his crack.
That's my crack.
We would like for you to use your expertise and your skill work
Right.
to create Crown Royal peanut butter. Okay?
That's it. That's it. Just the peanut butter.
Just try the peanut butter.
Try the
because
peanut
the other
butter.
peanut butter whiskeys out here, whatever, is great. However, they're American.
They're American.
So
Yeah.
don't do this to the Canadian folk, okay?
And we got climate for peanuts. No, we got
climate.
we got climate for peanuts.
There was
man.
greenhouses we can build
Come on,
and
man.
stuff, whatever.
Let's make it happen, Ground Roy.
Yeah, I understand the stuff that a lot of people getting. You know, I'm gonna call them soft, whatever. Soft ass people with the peanut allergies and all the above. Because I'm talking like this because I don't got a peanut allergy. And
bring it on.
With my Jamaican heritage, peanut punch is a fucking staple.
It's a staple. It's a staple.
So when I hear people with peanut allergies and stuff, they're like, "You're soft. Don't go to Jamaica."
No,
because peanuts is an essential and stuff to a lot of the folk.
All day, every day.
Crown Royal. You got mad Jamaican Canadians drinking your shit.
Yeah.
Look out for us.
Come on, man. Peanut butter whiskey. That's all we
Sincerely yours, Marvelous. Yo. I think
on the flip side to that, Screwball, if you need a Canadian sponsor.
We're your company. We will fly out to California.
We will. Come on.
We'll have conversations there and we'll bring it back.
We got this.
And we'll, hell.
Yeah.
Podical Sons be the only place that they can get Screwball or whatever. I'm okay with that.
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
For you guys to get your bread.
Yeah.
We'll work something out. No, I do believe in stuff, whatever, that when it's getting closer and closer to like the deadline for everything, people start realizing like, oh shit, this is American. Oh shit, this is Canadian. And that the shuffle has been taking place.
Yeah.
Now that we've kind of been extendo clipped for like, less than 30 days counting from this time, I do believe people need to capitalize and realize and stuff like what's really good and what's going on and what means a lot to them to start addressing and making noise to, I want to say, the politicians and people at B in your sectors.
Yeah.
Because I look at it, again, it's a chain of command. I'm not saying you to DM Doug Ford, not DM even I don't want to even say Trudeau. I want to say Mark Carney.
Mark Carney.
To like address and say, hey, by the way, we're getting screwed on peanut butter whiskey and everything like that. No, work your chain of command and stuff like work, from the MPPs to go work up to say like, this is a lot. We depend on U.S. goods heavily.
Yeah.
From the Canadian side or whatever, right? I want to say pretty much from the American side, from what I'm hearing and stuff, whatever. Some people look at it like, yeah, until they realize like, oh shit, this is for fucking with them.
Right.
I've got text messages from people and stuff that are like, Crown Royal's Canadian? yo. People are defeated. I was
defeated.
Like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
They look like, and one person said to me stuff like, I don't even fuck with Hennessy like that, whatever, right? All I drink is Crown and stuff.
Hennessy's too domestic.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You're right.
It's too domestic.
You're right. Some people like the bouge of imports and stuff like that.
Bring in the import.
Yeah. So I look at it as where people like close to the deadline are starting to realize what is what and from where and where.
Right.
On the Canadian side, I feel like we'll feel a lot more than the US side and stuff, whatever, but stock up, folks. You're listening to this and you get this in a timely matter. Stock the hell up.
Stock up.
Treat every place of whatever products you like it's fucking Costco.
Yeah,
even if it's not Costco.
You gotta treat it like
you
it's
gotta
Costco.
treat it.
You gotta treat it like it's Costco.
All right, man. I wanted to give a shout out to Stephen Fulton Jr. for his custom Timberland boxing boots and jorts. I heard jorts. Yo,
I ain't seen it.
Yo,
I've not seen it. Okay, you gotta show me after. You gotta show me after the pod.
Yo, I saw.
I'm trying to picture it in my head.
Jean shorts.
Yeah.
And boxing shorts.
It's a
with some
boxing shoes.
And he won too. And I was like, yo,
what was the robe? What was it? Come on, what was the robe?
Yo, keep it a buck though.
Yeah,
I didn't see the robe.
Okay.
Because I saw this stuff, I saw the highlights because I'm still a boxing fan.
Yeah.
I'm not more of an MMA type of person until there's someone big.
Right.
But so normally I'll just go on YouTube and stuff, whatever, and just look at what fights took place and stuff, whatever.
Yeah. Shout out Clarissa. Did you see that match?
Yeah. She iced her.
Yeah. Shout out
She iced
Clarissa.
her and stuff.
But continue.
But See, even closer came out with like regular Tims.
Yeah. She just
She had regular Tims.
She had the boxing Tims.
Yo, Fulton Jr. came out with the
He had the boxing
I was like,
editions.
is he boxing the Tims? And then they even hit a zoom in on that point, whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, they look like construction Timberland boots and stuff like that most people wear, but it's a New York kind of vibe. I was like, I got 100 guns, 100 clips. And then like, so it was something like you've never seen before.
Yeah.
And I like things that help showcase people being them.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say when you
because
bring
the
your
world is filled with a
it.
lot of people that's like other people.
Yeah.
But the world needs more you.
Yeah. Your let your personality shine, man. 100%.
New York is different though. Yo, New York is a different place.
Is.
What New Yorkers do. I look at it as I heard a relative tell me one day from New York, they're like, yo, they always spot a fucking tourist on the train when they see like come around like the New York skyline.
Yeah.
And then they're all at the window look like it's shocking, all like, oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. They be like, somebody need to get these damn tourists right here. Like real New Yorkers don't even flinch to that shit. We see this shit every day.
Every day, all day.
Without even flinching. Yo, my beef with New Yorkers and stuff like, okay, are you okay with the non-black people using the N-word? Like I even thought about like even like somebody like 6ix9ine, and I know people don't like 6ix9ine,
right?
Like that, whatever. But I look at it stuff as where a person like 6ix9ine to me does not come off of the Negro descent.
No.
Right? Now, a lot of Ricans and stuff, whatever, will claim to the Afro Latino thing and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And more power to them if they can prove it and all the above, whatever, right? I just feel a type of way when like I hear non-blacks say the N-word, and I want to say New York and LA, they're notorious for this.
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as well. Are you okay? Like, how does that jive with you?
I'm not okay with it, but then I gotta also, when I think about it, I'm also from a time where niggas just meant black people. Now I think with like it's, and I don't know when it started, but it's more of an attitude type of thing, more of a person and how they move, as opposed to it being solely a black person thing. So when people say me and my niggas, a black person saying that, it could also be including their white friends that roll with them. Yeah. Their Mexican friends that roll with them, right?
Right.
These are my niggas. So I'm saying, if they're using it in a context like that, then I see why these other kids get away with it.
I think I don't know why they get away with it because I look at it stuff as like, for me, I would probably pull a card or I would point it out, whatever. Like I'm that asshole and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like I look at it stuff as where I'm not gonna speak about something that might be in like Pacific Asian heritage.
Right.
If I don't know it and I don't fuck with it. Like I remember when I heard the terminology and stuff, whatever, and excuse the derogatory saying and stuff, whatever. Hopefully nobody comes for me in the future or whenever they get this episode, but like something like coolie.
Right.
Right? Until I understood the meaning of like that word.
Right.
I've never used that again. Like until like now, I said it and stuff just to kind of put the word out there and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as where that's a derogatory saying to like another race of people.
Right.
Right? So who the fuck am I to now start just calling people like this when I know? Like I want to say, how dumb are you? Like even in general, like even like someone like Chromas.
Yeah.
Right? For Chromas, when Chromas and my terrorist guy, Charleston White was going at it.
Yeah.
And she was saying like nigga and everything like that, whatever. I'm like, we've come to a point in the world where you cannot act like you don't know the meaning and the derogatory saying and stuff like that, and much less and all the above. But people like they're using so freely.
But that's what I'm saying. Like them, that whole the derogatory, that they don't even though they know we will do it, they don't associate it. They don't even acknowledge it as it being derogatory. If we even take it back to, again, the greatest era of hip hop, the 90s, when Tribe did nigga nigga, right?
Yeah.
It's really, for this generation, it's really become a term of endearment. When they were saying it back then, we were still looking at it as, but we would still use it amongst ourselves as a terms of endearment. Like I said, if you got white people or Mexicans or Spanish people or Indian people in your crew, they're your niggas.
21 Savage did a concert in India recently and stuff for that. I think either this past week or the week before.
Right.
And he's performing his song and stuff, whatever. And the population of black people and stuff, but like this, 21 and his crew might have been like the most black people in that spot.
In the spot?
The concert was rocking.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The concert was
Yeah.
rocking.
Yeah.
But then when they were hard with them hard R's there.
Yeah.
Yo. And I look at it like, and then somebody like when I saw comment stuff on it, people looking like, do they pay their money? They can do it and stuff, whatever, or they can say it. And I was looking like, no.
No, but that's what I'm saying. And you think about it, and they're saying it hard in the concert, but what about when they're amongst themselves? They might be calling themselves, yo, these are my niggas.
Yeah.
They don't, like I said, the whole derogatory term for them has been so far removed within the culture that they don't even see it offensive no more.
But that's still, I still feel like people who still find it offensive,
Yeah,
should still G-checking
and
catch these people. Because I look at it stuff and I'm like, it's a reach one, teach one.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm not going to let that slide, I'd rather for them to look at me and stuff as like, yo, this dude's problematic because I can't talk and stuff like that and all the above.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you know and stuff, whatever. I'm like, yo, it's wrong on a type of level.
But what's happening, right? The same time that we're G-checking them, their peers who are black in their age are saying, don't worry about that, they're old. That's their old way of thinking. I don't do this. It's not. I don't get offended.
So I'm gonna start calling people like.
I don't get offended by it, and that's the problem. Like we can do it as much as we want. We can G-check them as much as we want. If our younger generation is not checking them, they don't care.
Then I can't wait till I cross back over into America because freedom of speech is gonna reign, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna just let shit slide. What's up, my cracker? How you doing, Haji? You know what I'm saying? Because I look at it something that is wrong.
It's wrong, but guess what? Cracker and Haji, the derogatory term has never been removed from. You get what you understand what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
It's never been removed. No one has ever used that as a term. Has used those as terms of endearment.
Oh, until now.
Until now.
Until now. When there's a will, there's a way. Oh, yes. Have you heard about, did you look up the Siren's Curse?
Oh, I didn't get a chance to look it up, but I did hear about it.
Shout out to Cedar Point, man, for creating the world's tallest tilt roller coaster.
Six Flags.
Let me ask you this. With all the recent videos that we had of roller coasters and stuff like that, whatever, what do you think would be the motivation for people to get onto newer roller coasters? Because I want to say we've come to a point where like social media is everything now.
Right.
And like internet has recorded and captured a lot of the fuck ups and stuff of like, I want to say to the carnival, to the carny rides, to even like the major theme parks and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And their errors and fucks up. Now I'm saying like even to this day, there's probably shit going on in Disney World and nothing is fucking up and we don't see it.
Right.
So I look at it stuff as the law of average of these things of not fucking up compared to like they do fuck up. Like the fuck ups are like in the minuscule,
it's
in the minor,
minuscule, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
What is the motivation for people to still get on rides?
There's still thrill seekers out there. That's what it is. It's the seeking of the thrill.
The thrill is like I'm possible might die, and I'm just gonna get on this shit.
Yeah. Like I'm like the daredevil mentality is like I need this adrenaline pump. This looks like it's gonna give me a blast.
Yeah, I just need a naked woman. That's gonna give me a blast, a white color blast.
Right.
Like I was like, I saw this roller coaster, and it was a fuck no for me with the fact that like it comes.
For those in
y'all need to look up the Siren's Curse.
Video Land, Audio Land, Siren's Curse.
Look at the videos, you guys. stop what you're doing. Pause the podcast. Go and look at
podcast. Go look at the Tim boxing boots and the George first.
and the siren's curse and this tilt. And then once it gets to like here, then it just like
And
shout out to Final Destination. Another movie's coming out this year.
it's covered.
I rebuke that ride. Smooth. Smooth. It breaks. What if it misses? What if it's rain? What if it's bird shit? What if something?
It's just crazy, right? Because you know things evolve. And
Pokemon evolve. I'm not fucking with this. As you were.
And we've seen so much, we've seen so much technological advances as far as roller coasters are concerned. I mean, goddamn, we coming from like wooden, just up and down hill and gully roller coasters to bow ties, loop to loops, upside down, fly you backwards, all types of shit. And you're wondering, like, okay, at what point do you top and keep topping? So, like, when you tell me what this whole Siren's Curse thing, I'm like, what's next? If this is what they're trying to do, what is next? I mean, is there going to be a pinnacle that we reach as far as what can be possibly physically done that a person's body can endure on a roller coaster? Like, are we going to like have the tallest roller coaster reach like the Earth's atmosphere and do a nosedive down? Like, what is left?
To keep it a buck, you know those roller coasters that I want to say it's a break in the track.
Yeah.
And let's say the people are coming this way and it goes, and then it jumps.
Yeah.
And does that type of stuff, whatever. Oh my gosh. I feel like more of those should be coming in the future. I'm just going to be sitting in the damn expensive theme park, wherever the fuck that's in.
Right.
And then be like, okay, so no murders happen on my watch. Because I'm not getting on anything like that and stuff, whatever. I used to be Top Thrill Dragster.
Right.
The Millennium Force. Like, we're talking about like some high drops, high speed type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm all for those things, especially the Wonderland and stuff over here. Beat up Wonderland for fun, whatever, right?
Right.
But I look at it, so it's like, know when to hold them and know when to fucking fold them. Because like, this is too risky for my blood.
We're in the folding stage of our lives.
Yeah. I'm definitely in the folding
stages
of
our life.
I'll origami some shit. I'm that much in the folding. Like, yo, this is too much for me. And I'm like, Smooth, you need to see this thing and realize the anxiety is giving. But
you know when you're gonna, you know what's gonna bring people to the levels of impossible?
What's that?
When they start taking that shit to virtual reality.
And so I thought with the technology advancements, whatever, right? Because I had somebody and stuff one day at work bring in the Oculus.
Right.
So they brought in the Oculus, and I think it was one where, it was a roller coaster type of thing and stuff. They're going through caves and caverns and everything, kind of like a haunted gold mine ride or something like that, so to speak. And look at stuff as where, is it the Italian Job? I feel like it's the Italian Job that's like a 4D ride and stuff like that, whatever. But if you're putting me in like a little similar, like something like a seating arrangement that feels like a roller coaster or one of those things.
Yeah.
You strap me on with the VR. You're blowing the wind on me and stuff while I got the headset on and everything like that. And you're making the seat go like this and to and fro and all the above.
Yes.
That's all I need.
Yes.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
That's all I need and stuff, and then I'll be good.
Yeah.
Because I look at it stuff as where once the audio and the visual and stuff is already kind of strapped in and stuff, whatever, you're there. Because hook, line, and sinker, when you see other people like do it and stuff, and they feel like they're about to drop and all that type of stuff, whatever, I'm like, yeah, when your eyes and your ears are telling you one type of thing, you're a different type of level.
You're a different type
I
of
feel
level.
like the Oculus that I seen and stuff, whatever, if they boosted up the graphics and stuff like better,
right,
to sell it more like a real deal,
yeah,
you got me.
Yeah.
Fuck this damn Siren's Curse thing, whatever. But
yeah, because now they're gonna be sending you. You'll be like you'll really be doing like the Great Space Coaster. You know what I mean? Like be sending you to different planets, through Milky Ways.
Yeah, if you could, like, you give me
Yeah.
that, whatever, right? Because like, say you did like a virtual thing with stuff where you take a roller coaster and stuff from Earth, and then you catch enough momentum and stuff whatever to like leave Earth and stuff, and now you're going around the moon or some shit like that,
Right.
whatever. I'm for that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm for that
Yeah.
because I know I'm not going up there and not being gone and stuff. They're like, oh, you're not getting the thrill of whatever. I'm like, yo, a woman can get my thrills off, okay?
I'm good with that.
So I don't get, screw you guys.
I'm good with that.
Yo, I'm good with that. Let's get to the question of the week, man.
Question of the week.
Question of the week says, as you get older, what are you becoming more and more afraid of?
Roller coasters.
I've seen it too. I'm like, watch this asshole right here. Watch him.
Inflation and taxes.
Yes. I think I've never really paid attention to stuff, whatever, but like the inflation thing, I want to say more so when the Ukraine stuff started popping off.
Yeah.
I was like, inflation is definitely a problem because I look at this stuff, and you pointed out to me one time, you were like, minimum wage people, the bar of minimum wage have been moved several times throughout the course of the years.
Right.
And I want to say here we have a thing called sunshine list, but if you're 100K plus, you're probably in a landscape where bonuses and certain things and stuff could be made.
Yeah.
But I think when you're not here at the minimum wage spot and you're not here at the sunshine list, your wages and stuff have become kind of stagnant.
Yes.
But everything is still going to fuck up.
Everything is still going up.
From property tax to like if you're renting somewhere, they're gonna increase your rent.
Yeah.
Insurances and stuff like that, whatever. And I'm like, inflation is a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since I believe I want to say Ukraine is what, 2022? Let's say 20. Yeah, let's say within that time frame, let's say the year of 2022. From that time, I look at it stuff as where inflation has been a problem to most global sectors.
Yeah.
But nothing has been done.
Absolutely.
All talk, no action.
Absolutely nothing.
They said they'll do this to kind of fix the inflation thing and stuff, whatever. And I do not see the fucking change. So inflation is part of my, what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, man.
That's insane. That's insane, man. You ain't lie.
that's definitely grown up problem.
That's a grown up problem.
That's a grown up problem.
That's a grown up problem for real. All right. Let's get the first Axel Sons. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Frank 905 says, if all rappers with little fought all the rappers with big as their prefix, who would win?
I think the littles.
You think the littles?
Yeah. Littles sound like a bunch of gun packers.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bigs are like back in the day, like the bigs look like they still will knuckle up. These littles, they're not trying to knuckle up with nobody. They shoot.
I feel like a lot of bigs and stuff, whatever, like work with, like I seen Big Pun with a gun before, right?
Big Pun, yes.
I think it was an AK or something like that, or M4.
Yeah.
And I just seen him and stuff like he's a massive guy and stuff, RIP to him. And then with this gun and stuff resting on him. And then I saw other big rappers and stuff like with I want to say, I heard Big Sean speak one time and stuff, whatever. Like I had to figure out where, but I'm pretty sure I heard Big Sean say some shit like, I got to do what I got to do to protect myself. I'm from the D.
Right.
And like, he carried.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So I look at myself, I was like, I don't know.
You don't know?
I got my money on the bigs.
You rolling with the bigs?
I got my money on the bigs.
You got your money on the bigs. All right.
I got my money on the bigs. All right. Next question comes from Ghost Shark 81. What do you miss about being young?
Oh, I thought about this the other day, man. Yeah. I used to love the fact that I could play out on the street with my friends till like the street lights just went out. Till the street lights came on, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that time, man. Was like just everybody on the street were all friends. It's like and no discrimination either. It's like black kids, Indian kids, white kids, Chinese kids. We didn't even give a shit. We were just friends, and we would every day come home from school, throw down your book bag, head outside.
Yeah. I think that I don't want to piggyback off of that, but you're right because I heard I was me sometime like I'm a '90s hip hop golden era person and stuff whatever and some Method Man song came on one of my playlists. I have a Method Man song on my playlist,
Yeah.
and then I said fuck it. I started listening to Mad Wu Tang and stuff like on this Wednesday, Wu
Mm,
Wednesday, right?
right.
And can it be all so simple? Then when that came on, I thought about my childhood and I thought about it stuff, whatever, like just playing. Like I look at stuff as like some people that I enjoyed playing with when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like I want to say not all of us really kind of kept in touch, but I felt like this person might not be too far off from where they were back then.
Right.
And I would love to kind of be in a company of something like, oh, we used to play together and stuff, whatever. And now we're having drinks together or we're having meals
Yeah.
together. Like we're
Yeah.
doing adult shit. We used to do kid shit together. Now we're doing adult shit together and stuff, whatever, right? I feel like the thing I miss the most about my youth and stuff, or about being young, let's keep it a buck, is like those cartoons. Like the
Mm,
Saturdays and stuff like that, and the
Saturdays.
after school shits and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like even looking as a father now, like to say I'm trying to pinpoint my son to like a direction and stuff, whatever, of like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Like I want to say I grew up in a time where Looney Tunes was already the shit,
Right. Right.
right? And I still had the essence of Looney Tunes stuff in my system.
Right.
These kids, God bless Space Jam. Otherwise, they might not even know who
Who
these
the
Warner
Looney,
Brother
yeah, the
characters might
characters
be,
are. Yeah.
right? So, and like the Saturday cartoons and stuff, whatever, and those shows and stuff back then, like they had a different kind of vibe. I used to love, like the other thing I love being about young and stuff again, like playing again, whatever, is like, yo, when it came to a Friday night and we went to somebody's house to go play GoldenEye,
Yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
it was a battle.
Yeah. It was up.
And then I think we went to like somebody's spot one day, and the guy was a automatic hater. The guy put like cardboard boxes on the
Halloween.
split screen. Yeah, the man's like, yo, watch your own screen. Don't screen watch it. It's only one fucking TV. Like, yo. I was like, you're going too far, my guy. But just the I'm a people person, that's why. And
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think like part of that, I haven't had like bad issues and stuff with people in my youth. That's the reason why I probably transitioned as an adult to still liking people.
Right.
So that.
Golden Eye.
You know? Set the tone.
That set the tone for real.
Oh, this is all about the age shit. We got some old listeners and stuff. All right. Last question comes from Get in Peace. How do you react to a much younger, aggressive person?
Ooh.
So I had a run in. This was like this is years ago. This is hot years ago. I think I had to buy a relative, female relative, like a gift card, right?
Yeah.
And I was actually in Bramley. I don't know if I ever told you this story and stuff before, but I was in Bramley City Center in Brampton, Ontario, and I normally put my keys and stuff in my left pocket.
Okay.
And for some odd reason and stuff, I don't remember why my keys were in my left pocket. So I'm leaving and I'm walking towards the exit.
Right.
And I'm walking towards the exit and stuff. And I'm kind of I'm in daze.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
freaked out like, shit, did I lose my keys? I'm like, did I leave my keys somewhere and stuff there? But my keys are actually in my right back pocket because I had change in this pocket. So when I was
Right.
buying the gift card and stuff like that, whatever, I guess I just took everything and I just jammed everything into my wallet to kind of make room for the people behind me and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
While I'm walking, I want to say I was in my 30s, definitely in my 30s or something like that, whatever. But then I want to say this dude, like, he might be in his late teens or early 20s.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like kind of looking forward to stuff and everything. And we make eye contact, whatever, right? So
Right.
I'm going through my pockets and stuff, whatever. The guy's like, yo, what up? Like he said, and he had a bass in his voice.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, yo, what up? Trying to fight. Or like, you're like, what's up?
Yeah.
So I'm looking like, wait, what just happened? So like I clicked whatever, because like the tone kind of brought me back to be like, yo, those fighting words.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah.
what's going on? What's going on? He's like, yo, you're staring at me. And everything like that, whatever, right?
Right.
I'm like, I'm staring at you.
You know, it's funny because it was a 2 weeks ago we were talking about the eye contact thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at stuff, I was like, so I'm like, yo, bruh, with all due respect, whatever, I'm like, I'm freaking out because I thought I lost my car keys or something like that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not paying you no mind and no shade and no disrespect to you and stuff, whatever, but I'm not into men.
Yeah.
So I don't really care if men look at me and stuff or not. I'm not looking at men.
Right.
Not unless you're a man trying to get me some money.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? Then he's like, no, but you were just staring at me and stuff, whatever, right? So I'm like, my guy, I apologize 10 times over.
Yeah.
How many apologies can I give you and stuff right now, whatever? Because I look at stuff as like, that's not going to be everybody's case. You're going to run to somebody and stuff that might feel your aggression triggered their aggression.
Right.
And that's going to be in a hostile moment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm too old for this. And eventually when you get to my age,
Yeah.
you're going to realize you don't have to fight every battle.
Yeah.
Right? And then he just kind of like, he gave me a look, and then he's like, he's like nodded his head like this, like closed his eye, nodded his head.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I'm like, we good? And I just stuck out my hand like for like a pound, for like a dap.
Yeah.
And he gave me like an adapt and stuff, whatever. And then he just went about his way. I was like, I could have got shot in the fucking mall.
Yeah. And I was about to say exactly what you just demonstrated. I'm talking the issue out.
Yeah.
And I'm not spending any long time talking.
No.
Yeah.
The attention span is short.
Yeah. Is if I see that my words ain't getting through to you, I'm walking away.
Facts.
Yeah. I'm not staying there to prolong anything for you to give you any chance. I'm just gonna get out of your peripheral and just go about my business. I'll watch my back when I'm leaving. But if we can't exchange words and speak to each other like men, civil, there's no sense for me to talking. You're right. Because I don't know what you're liable to do, and I don't want to stick around to find out.
So even like think about this question. This is a good question, by the way.
It is a good question.
There was a lady. I can't remember where she was and stuff. But I want to say she was somewhere in New York or something like that. Whatever. She saw a group of girls, and I think one girl in particular and stuff, whatever. As an older lady, she saw a little girl, like the young girl, so her skirt was like super short.
Right.
Whatever, right? So, but she saw it must have had like a roll up or a cuff and everything like that. So she's telling the girl, like, yo, fix up your skirt and everything like that, whatever. And since she was close, she kind of like, just trying to
flick it down. Yeah.
Get it tugged down and stuff, whatever. The girl's like, yo, I'm calling the police. That's sexual assault.
Wow.
You touched me in a way that I didn't want to be touched.
Wow.
Whatever, right? And I'm looking like, you're blowing this a little too far out of proportion.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Like if you didn't want to be touched, you don't want to be touched. I get it.
Right.
But I look at it stuff, it was more of a motherly act.
Yeah.
To say like, yo, shit, boo, you shouldn't be leaving your house looking like a hooer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have some, rapport, some respect when you dress and get yourself together and everything like that, right? But then her other friends start calling the lady all types of like bitches underneath the sun.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
Right? So then it got to a point where police was called and all the above. And I'm like, it started by she trying to help this person. And then I'm like, do we even help the younger aggressive folk? Or do we just leave them be and let them be someone else's problem?
Like I said, I think that her only mistake was actually leaning forward and fixing. Again, like you said, like we come from that school.
Yeah.
Where, you know what I mean? It's like
I got fixed up by some people and stuff too. Like, random women. I want to say more women than men.
Yeah.
I remember I went somewhere and stuff, and like I probably had a collared shirt,
Yeah.
and it wasn't, and the lady's like, some lady like, baby, let me help you fix your collar
Yeah,
on your
yeah,
shirt,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
and I'm looking like, all right, thank you. I don't be like, don't touch me over here.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like we come from that era, but again, it's like it's different. This is a different time, man.
Are we not teaching our children about that people can care about them like that? Or are we teaching our kids that every stranger is a problem?
I think it's a mixture of both, and I also think it was just that girl wanting to have that attitude.
I see. Okay.
I don't even think it's the problem was her actually fixing it. I just think she just wanted to take the opportunity to show that, oh, I can put this lady in her place, or I can style this lady because there was no need. Clearly there was no need.
Thanks.
These little motherfuckers.
Right? Right? I'm not afraid of them. The older I get, it's just that they're more.
They
You're here.
We're here.
We are here. So say the Sons. We're So say the Sons. So say the Sons this week says, if you don't change it, then you're allowing it. So say the Sons. I feel like a lot of people and stuff, like when it comes to even like personal problems and stuff in their world,
Yeah.
they're not making changes and stuff, whatever, to try and or do things the steps to change it, then they're allowing it, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as where a lot of people, and I was looking at this pertaining to a few friends of mine and stuff, whatever, because we're a good portion of my friends and I were turning 40 this year.
Okay.
Right? I have a friend, their spouse is on a level of like, how did he say? Like, basically, he's saying like, yo, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna just do me, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling him and stuff, like we were having conversations and stuff, and I was saying to him and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm putting on some weight, but then again, the winter tactics always get me and stuff for there because I don't get to move and walk and do other things. I'm an outside person, whatever, right?
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm like either that or someday in the future and stuff, whatever, like, invest into like a treadmill or some shit in the house and the winter taxes be off and stuff, whatever, right? So what he was saying, friend's husband and stuff, whatever, what he was saying and stuff in more regards and stuff is like, she gonna have to love me with my gut. Right?
Right.
And I was like, that's fair, but you're allowing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever, right? Because I look at it stuff as like, well, what if she doesn't like love you for your gut?
Yeah.
And then what if she mentions something about your gut and stuff like that, whatever, right?
Right.
Is it enough for you to try and make changes and stuff and step towards and stuff, whatever? And he's like, nah, I'm what you said? I love the skin I'm in. I was like, okay, duh. I'm like, I'm not mad at that, whatever. But then again and stuff, whatever. We brought about like the wifey and stuff, whatever. We brought about somebody that we once knew.
You're right.
Who has passed and stuff. It's actually been, I think, going on 3 years since the person passed. The person died at age 41.
41.
Right? And they were
Rest their
all a bit,
soul, man.
yeah, rest their soul and stuff. And she was a little bit older than us and stuff and everything like that, whatever.
Yeah.
But she died at 41 and stuff. So today she would have been like about 43, 44.
Okay.
And I was looking at stuff. I'm like, she had other complications and stuff for that, but pneumonia took her out the game and stuff like that. She had a breathing issue
Right.
going towards that and with the
Right.
other issues, and boom, out the game and stuff at 41. So I look at it stuff as like, I said to them, and I'm like, I have a son that I would like to be here as long as I can for.
Yeah.
So if I have to change some type of things and stuff to be here longer for him,
Yeah.
then I'm for that.
I'm for that.
So I'm not thinking more on just myself.
Yeah.
Because I play a cog in part of the world.
Right.
From I want to say like you and I, we joke and we jest and stuff, but we have serious conversations about it. Like, okay, what if we're one viral moment away from boom, bam, bam,
Right.
from like ultimate bread or some shit like that, or and all the above, and then I don't know, I go catch a heart attack eating like a sloppy Joe burger or some shit like that somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that kind of derails movement and certain things and stuff to kind of get done, whatever. Like, I'm not looking at myself as just a sole entity anymore.
Right.
I'm looking at like I play a part in your world, this person's world, my son's world, everywhere.
Of course.
I play a piece.
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as like for me to be snatched up vitally, like from death purposes and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Might be a thing. My job or my job wise, whatever, you're a number.
Right. Yeah.
That's not my dream.
Right.
But other people, other things and stuff, whatever, if I have to change it, I'm not going to allow myself to put myself in an unhealthier position and stuff to not be here.
Right. Right. No, I agree 100%. And that's the, it's funny because when I went to go see, shout out to True Herbs, the herbalist, you know, and he was like, he asked me, he goes, well, why are you here? Is there anything ailing you? I said, no, nothing's ailing me. I just want to make sure that
everything is working.
Yeah, everything is good. I'm at the age of 50 now. I want to be on top of my health. I don't want to wait for anything to be ailing me. No, I want to be proactive in this whole thing.
100.
So, you know, if I got to exercise more, if I got to start eating right, you know, if I got to start taking supplements, like these are things I realize can only help prolong my stay here.
Amen.
And whatever can prolong my stay here, just like you said, like I have people who want me to be here.
Yeah.
Not only depend on me, but they want me to be here.
Facts. Yeah, man. Which so say the Suns. If you don't
So
change it, then you're allowing it. All right.
All right, man.
Let's get ready to watch some football.
You gonna see Walk?
We'll see. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on. Whatever, because you know. It might be a Taylor Swift show as usual.
It might be.
And it might not be, but Tuesday, if you're playing this stuff for them, be like, yo, these idiots. They already knew that Patrick Mahomes was going to take over. They know Jalen Hurts was going to shake, bake, and dominate.
Right.
Whatever. We don't know the future.
We don't know.
We'll know later tonight.
We don't
But
know
until then, we're not recording. So once again... Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above. We appreciate every comment and
always
good Ask the Sons question stuff as usual.
Yes, these were dope.
Keep it pushing. And yes, remember the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love, yo.
Peace and love.
Don't forget to smile.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.